Hi, welcome to Messy Missy Creates. This is Melissa. I thought I'd shake, rattle, and roll you right off the bat this morning. I am getting ready to, no, I'm not getting ready. I'm doing. This is our first prompt challenge for our February Inspired to Create prompt challenge that I am collaborating with Allison at AJ's Inspired Life. And we would love for you to join in. Let me grab a bigger marker so that maybe you can read it. Inspired. Let's try it this way. Hashtag inspired to, now look at me, I made it too big. Inspired to create. And then you can do a little underscore February 2023, or just the 23 is fine. That is our February hashtag. We do plan on doing these for different months. I don't know that we're going to commit to every month. I don't know that you would want us to commit to every month, but you are welcome to join in where you are inspired. That's the point of this, is just to give you a little inspiration throughout the month as we need it. So this is our week one prompt is the word love. So what I'm doing is I'm taking this as an acronym and I'm going love like this. And you do a collage based on something with this letter, this letter, this letter, this letter. So what I've come up with, and you're welcome to make up your own word, but if you would like to, this is the word that Allison and I are using for this first week, the week of February 1st. We would love for you to join in on ours, and then if you want to elaborate on your own, that would be great. Maybe you'll inspire us to do another one based off your word. But we are, I'm looking at, I've given myself a couple of options for each. Let me get my background down, and while it dries, I'll show you what I have. And I was going to my trusty Tim Holtz Distress Ink for some smush value, but I think I'm going to, I may regret this color. But if so, we'll just cover it up. So I'm going to, actually, you know what? I can do a little bit of two colors. Now, I'm not a huge purple person. This may be the one and only time you see me use purple in my journal. And it's under protest. Not really, but it's not my go-to. So we're just going to put a little of it over here in the corner, just for now. And that may not be enough color, but I'm doing this hesitantly because I know what colors I'm about to use, and they really don't match either one of those. So, but see how much smoother this spreads on this composition page than, well, okay, as soon as I say that, the purple didn't. Okay, see, yet another reason why I don't like purple. Oh, maybe that piece was just not wet enough. All right, I'll give it a second try. It's not my favorite color, if you can't tell. And my birthday, I have a February birthday. So not liking purple is very inconvenient for me. Okay, I plan on using some red. Yeah, that's why I was saying that this might not. But I also plan on using some purple. Maybe I'll throw some yellow in here. Because I think either way I'm going, the pink has nothing to do with it. It just matches my bunny paper. So, you know. If it matches my bunny paper, it's in. I'm not, well, I say that. I'm gonna not apologize for loving my bunnies. They don't get their month until Easter, so we have to all take turns. In my house, they get every month. Okay, yes, purple and yellow make mud. So we're going to do that very gently over there. They are, well, I think it's funny that they're called complementary colors because they really don't. They don't complement each other very well when they're right up close to each other. Okay, that looks like a hot mess, and it's going to for a minute. It might continue to look like a hot mess, in which I will flip the page or glue another one on. But I had to start somewhere. So, L, I was thinking I could be easy and just use the word love. That would have made this easy. I could have cut that out in any color I wanted. But I was trying to go with, and I've lost all of my stuff. I had all of my things right here. And what did I do with them? Okay, I just printed out. Okay, this might be a cheat, it might not, but I'm still not feeling all that great. So I'm trying to get this done. I'm not trying to get past it. I'm trying to get it done without the energy of digging any further in my stash. So, actually, yeah, I came up with some kind of virus over the weekend, and not that one, but you know, there's still a couple more that linger around, so it's hanging on. So I feel better. It's just in that, you know, that phase of trying to do things again. And okay, so here is my envelope for my E, but this is also violets, or it's not actually violets. I believe these are called violas or Johnny Jump Ups. They also look like they could be pansies, but they're all in the same family. So today they're going to be violets, okay? Or violas. These also look like violets in some way, form, or fashion. So my V was going to be Valentine, and it still may. So I'm still going to cut my Valentine out. But then I found the envelopes, which I was already going to use. But I found the one with the violas on them. So I thought, well, why not try that one? And, yeah, hopefully I'm still in frame here. No, I'm feeling better. I'm just a little dizzy and not real energetic. So I am on the road to recovery, though. But I did not realize how much energy crafting exerts. So I had to limit my plundering. And Brooke at Recreations by Brooke has these beautiful vintage Valentine printables. And so we're going to use, I think she's gorgeous. And then also this worked out great with my viola envelopes. So if I use the letter more than once, it's okay, as long as you use it at least once. And I hope that you will join along. This first one is, well, I was going to say relatively easy. It's a shorter word. It only has 4 letters, which means 4 prompts. Yes, on Etsy, that's Recreations by Brooke. I don't know, well, if I didn't hold it upside down, maybe. There we go. Now it's in frame. Recreations by Brooke. These are her printables off at her Etsy store. And she has a great, great batch of not only printables, but other things too. But I am, let's see, put that, alrighty. I hadn't cut her out yet, and so until I did, I didn't, trying to figure out how I was going to arrange this. I may not even use the envelope, but I was so happy that I found it. And it is my E. It's my only E as of right of this second. So, but then I found this and I'm like, I sure do like that. Okay, so L is leaves. I'm using leaves. And I have some leaf ribbon that I was planning on using, but when I went to cut my oval, I found this leaf paper. So that might act as a two-fold prompt. I don't know if I'm going to leave this on here, but I'm just leaving it up here because it's the word of the week. And let's see. So I have the O, the L, the V. What am I missing? Oh, the E, the envelope. That's right. Okay, so back in the picture you go. But let's see if we can make it not so front and center. I was thinking, because I'm kind of liking that vintage feel. And you see why I added the yellow? Because both this and this have the yellow in it. I was hoping that would tie it together. I was trying not to go too red, even though there's red in here, because I don't know, red and purple just don't quite go. In my brain, they don't go. They might go fine in somebody else's brain, but anyway, I am thinking about something along these lines. I was thinking about a love letter for my L. And I had the perfect little piece of paper, perfect little notebook to write this little love letter on. And let's see, I sure do like that though. Well, you know what, that can go up there. And whether we keep this big envelope or not, I probably have a red envelope or a, actually I don't have to have envelope. Oh, wait, I do have to have love letter though. Let me think. Okay, so this was my love letter to the one I love. Okay, so this is my love letter. If I choose to stick with this, because I think I still have to have the letter. But I also could put the letter, this could be my letter. The other thing that I thought of for E was embroidery thread. Let's see. I had this, I just dropped all my stuff. I had this really fancy red oval. And I don't know, I just wanted to kind of see how that would have looked. I mean, those are my leaves though. I thought, well, that might have looked okay with that, but I think that red was going to be too much for my purple. But if I don't use that, no, I think I like I think I still like this. I'm not liking my background at all. And I could use that as my love letter. And if I used some, see, red, or I don't have a deep enough violet to match that. I think I would have to use the red. And maybe, I'm trying to think. Actually, that gold might tie that together. But what do I do with it, right? Let's think. Oh, we could tie up Or, well, there was my original love letter. We could roll up this love letter. Looky here, looky here. Like this. And now it's not going to fit in a journal very well, but that's okay. It could be folded. And never mind that the letter is almost as big as she is. Proportions don't matter in collage, right? So I could tie this very large love letter with this embroidery thread. Or we could go back and use the envelope that I'm now not that fond of. Let's see. What do we think? I really like this though. That was part of Brooke's Printables too. Let's see. Yeah, I got to do something different with this background. What do you think? And I might have to use that envelope or a envelope. I don't have to use that one, but I liked it because it had my violas on it. And then when I went to print out her Valentine, I realized that she had this printable as well. So it counts as my violas. Let me think. I could use it the other way around. I'm sure that I have. Let's see. Let me think of something else. I'll be right back. Well, guess what? You're getting to see the finished product. Because guess why? Yep, it did it. My camera didn't record it. And just explaining to my husband, how do you go back and undo and unglue what you did? So I really can't. So I was trying to figure out where I left off in the video. And really all I did is went and found a different envelope. Well, I made an envelope because I didn't like the stark whiteness of this one, really. Using these kind of set the vintage tone. So I just got an old book page and made an envelope the old-fashioned way, which that I can recreate. Maybe. Anybody see a tearing ruler sitting anywhere? Anyway, so not like another envelope will go to waste. Let's try this side. This is, I think the irony is this is some like heated novel. I haven't read it, but it's like called Firefly Summer or something. So it sounds heated anyway. But it is, you know, basically I just did the very, very, very basic, you know, fold. And I even messed it up a couple of times, and you missed it. Yep, you missed it. I thought that I could tear the little, the fold, the little ears, the corners. Yep, that's why it's all glued on like that. I can't even cut them straight, let alone tear them straight. So anyway, so I just, you know, did like this and like this. And I messed it up a few times, like that. And then I glued this in as a pot, like this. And actually, might make that a hair deeper. Maybe a little deeper. Yeah, might as well. So, you know, just a basic book page envelope. I think I actually trimmed off the side. No, I didn't. Anyway. Okay, so I did that, and apparently I used pretty good glue because I couldn't get it back up off the paper. So I also glued that back here. I glued it as a pocket just so that if I wanted to journal, put in more. So it gave me 2 pockets. And I think everything else was basically the same. I added this backing out of these papers that I dyed. I thought about using this dark background, and then I found well, you get the idea. This was one of the pink papers, but the red kind of matched with that, where the grates on the oven when you dry it in the oven. So anyway, I put that beautiful printable by Brooke, Recreations by Brooke. This is her Valentine printable, and this is all on the same printable if you get this one vintage Valentine. And anyway, it had the violets or violas in it, as well as the Valentine. And I think that kind of set the vintage vibe, the vintage feel for what I was going for. And so the book page just ended up going better as an envelope than the, you know, if I'd have picked another one with the white. Even though this is an older envelope, it's not as antiqued, you know, as yellowed, I guess would be the right color. So I did go back and I added some red to my background, and let me make sure this is actually filming. And I'm gonna put this in. I added my little leaf. I think I found something that even art glitter glue, it has a hard time sticking to. I didn't think there was such a thing, but there is. And I'm gonna see if I can encourage that up that way a little bit. And then I'm gonna glue my background down, maybe. There we go. Alrighty. Nope. Come on, stick. Well, I'm thinking that I might leave that as, I don't know why all of a sudden I'm wanting all these pockets, but I'm thinking that I might just, I mean, I guess because what does it hurt, right? If I only glue them on 3 sides. So, but now I'm paranoid and keep checking my camera. Okay, well, it's not going to be a very big pocket because I underestimated something where to put it. Okay, and then this one I'm going to go back, and it's going to be the rest of my day one, which I can tell you won't be very exciting. And I might actually go ahead and prep that a little bit and see how much more I can mess that up. I don't think I want that real dark red on there. I want to see what this looks like. All right, how can I mess this up any worse? Here's my little love letter with some real bright pink. Nope. I'm glad I tested that one. Let's see, gelatos, what you got? I might better use that same red that I did, at least part of it. What you think? And I don't have to do this in this sitting, but there's not going to be a whole lot of anything on this page because I'm not feeling well, therefore I'm not doing much. So it was actually good that those days have, you know, it's good to have a prompt on those days, right? So I'm just going to, ooh, this always looks so dark, it's so scary. Like you're not gonna be able to write on it or anything. But when you mush it out, it thins out a little. Not a whole lot, that's pretty dark. That was not the first thing that I planned on using in this composition book was my gelatos, but it's what fit the page, huh? I need to add some water to that. Don't think it's getting wet enough. There we go. All right, I think I'm gonna leave it there before I have too dark of a page and I can't write on any of it. Let me see if I can kind of make like a gradient almost. Let me see if that'll work. Hey, it might. It might. Might just pull it off. What you think? And then kind of blend them together a little. Let's see what. Yeah, those are, I think those from Michael's are creamier than the gelatos, believe it or not. It's hard to tell because the pigmentation is just so rich in those gelatos that, you know, we won't blame the product. Not when we're using it on paper it's not intended to be used on. So, yep, I'm not liking that at all. Okay, probably gonna cover that page too. Way to start. Here, look, we'll call it good. I'm gonna probably leave this alone before I really regret it, and I will come back. Maybe let it dry and do this on a different video, but anyway, I hope that you're gonna play along. I hope that I look forward to seeing what you do. And I know I said that I was gonna leave it alone, and I'm not. And I do have a red in here somewhere. But I am, yeah, I was never good at just let it be. I can't do that. It's not in my nature. Kind of like, do you remember 80s hair? You know, you get it to the right height and there's a point where you just got to leave it alone. But if you don't, it falls. Yeah, raise your hand if you remember that. Yep, there's always a point in there where it's like, you got to leave it alone. If you keep messing with it, you're going to mess up the whole thing. So, this is me messing up the whole thing. But that's all right. I'll pull it out. I'll figure out something and cover it somehow. But anyway, I hope that you're going to play along, and I hope that you have fun with it. I hope that it's something that is fun and inspires you to get creative in some way, form, or fashion. And however your interpretation of this is fine. There's no real rules. There's no hard and fast rules. Just, I guess the only one is if you want everybody to, you know, to see your stuff and what you did, use the hashtag inspired to create, inspired with a 2. Let me find my notebook. Inspired to create _ February 23. And that will be for the hashtag for this month's challenges. And then we'll come up with a new one, but definitely at least get the inspired to create, and hopefully everyone will find it from there. And now I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to washi it right here and try to cover that with something so it doesn't look like I messed up so bad. But and then also watch Allison's video if you haven't already, and then next Wednesday we will post, I believe we're going to attempt to post them in the morning. And you'll see the word for the week next week. But in the meantime, I would love to see your pages or your collages, whatever form you do it in, whether it be a junk journal style, whether it be daily journal, It could be a small little collage in the corner of your book. It can be glue book. It can be an art journal. It can be any form you want it to be in. But tag us in it, and we hope you have fun doing it. And we will see you in the next video. Bye.